What is going on, boys? How are we doing? Welcome to the Lazy Ironman's Guide to Barrows. This is a guide on the easiest and most brain-dead way to complete Barrows on an Ironman. This method isn't going to use any prayer potions or super high endgame gear. It's designed for low to medium level Ironmen. Keep in mind that everything in here can be done better and more efficiently by late game players with access to more items. This is intended more as a brief and easy overview to Barrows for Ironmen. With that being said, let's get started. The gear setup is pretty simple. Essentially, you want some melee tanking gear. I've got a fighter torso, some dragon plate legs, and a helm with Nezzy. The idea is essentially to get as much defense bonus as you can without crushing your magic attack bonus. Anything that's above minus 65 and you're fine. The other option is you can also equip a black d'hide body. It essentially has the same defensive type bonus as rune plate bodies or fighter torsos, but it doesn't quite crush attack bonus as heavily as those two bits of gear. A great alternative. Additionally, of course, if you have some things that help boost your magic attack bonus, that's great and chuck them on. I have an Amulet of Glory, some Barrows gloves, and just some random Mystic Boots Dark. Also, you can have a Ring of Dueling. It's really handy to get to a bank teleport or to reset, but you can really use anything that you have in the ring slot. Now for your weapons and inventory setup. Essentially for this, we are 90% of the time going to be using Ivan's Blast. It is a fantastic spell for Ironman. If you don't have Ivan's Blast or access to it, go out and do the quest. I highly recommend it. It's used for almost every boss for Ironman. Next, a Tomb of Fire is also really good, but don't worry if you weren't lucky at Wintertodt, just bring some fire runes, it's no worries. Of course, in my inventory I have a rune pouch with some death runes, some lore runes, and some air runes. I have my melee swap weapon, which is a dragon scimitar, a spec weapon, I'm using a DDS, and my range switch, which is a rune crossbow using broad bolts. Really a good Iron Man weapon, again, highly recommend it. Of course, if you have a blowpipe, bring your blowpipe. A drum and staff for teleporting, a handy dandy spade, gonna need that at Barrows, and a prayer potion. I know I said we weren't gonna be using prayer potions, but this is more of a backup and only used very occasionally. Okay, now how to get there. If you have Mauritania legs from the achievement diaries, you've got a free teleport. That's nice and easy. For the rest of us, you're going to need to grab a drum and staff and head over to the fairy rings. The easiest way I find to get to the fairy rings is to actually use an Ardoon cloak and then teleport to the monastery. And then head over east, equip my staff, and there is a fairy ring just past this tower. Either way, once you get to the fairy ring, you're going to need to configure that to BKR, I believe. Yes. You're going to need to configure your fairy ring to BKR, which is Mortmire Swamp south of Canifis. Once you're teleported in, there'll be a couple of ghasts running around. Don't worry, one of them might grab one of your food and turn it to spoils, but that's fine. You're going to want to turn the camera south and click around there, and you're looking for a swamp boat. Essentially, the swamp boat is just a little bit south and just out of the render distance. There it is in the fog, and then just click that swamp boat once. Awesome. Now we are at the minigame Shades of Morden, and if we just run east, we're at Barrows. Now, there is also a minigame teleport, which will take you directly there for Shades of Morton. I like to use the boat method just because it's something that I can do all the time, and the teleport has a cooldown of around 30 minutes. So it's good to show both methods so that in case the cooldown is happening, you can go and take the boat. The other thing to keep in mind is I like to take the boat because in case I die, this is a nice and easy, stress-free way to get back to pick up all of my gear. And it only takes 2 minutes to get here. Now, the last thing to know before we head in is the order preference. Now, the goal of Barrows is to basically kill every brother under these mounds and then loot a chest underground at the end. As we do this, our prayer is going to progressively run out. What we want to do is essentially start with the most dangerous and then work our way around in an order of preference. Now I go Darok, which is over here on the right, as indicated with a D on the minimap if you're using Runelight. This is because he is the scariest and can hit the most. I then go Kirill, because he is the second scariest and can hit the second the most. And then essentially, if there's anything left, I go Guthans and then, work your way around as you want to go. By that point, your prayer will probably be pretty low. Okay, now let's all put it together for an example run. So first I'm going to head off to Darok. You want to go up to a mound and then you want to click on your spade, dig, and you will enter the chamber. You want to search the sarcophagus in the middle. And I'm going to pray melee. And I'm going to attack Darok. Now really make sure to pray melee against Darok because he is the one character who can take you for most of your health. He can hit upwards of 50s. Great. Once he's dead, we head back up. And we go over to the next brother. So the next brother that we want to hit is Kirill, which is indicated by a K on the map. Hit dig. Search the sarcophagus in the middle. Oh, it's the hidden tunnel. Okay, so now we can skip that because that is the one brother that we will kill at the end. So next we're going to go to Guthans. I'm going to dig, search the sarcophagus in the middle. Pray melee. Guthans is nice to pray melee on because he can heal off his hits, just like the gear. So this is nice because it helps not to extend the fight too much. Cool. Guthans is dead. I'm going to head over and do Arams. Now with Arams, you want to switch over to your rune crossbow. This is when the one time that you're going to use your ranged weapon. If you got your blowpipe, head over to your blowpipe. Because hitting him with magic's going to take a while because he has high magic defense. So this is the one time we use our range swap. All right, our prayers run out and we're going to start being hit by the Barrows brothers. So we just have to keep an eye on our health and eat monkfish when we're ready. Okay, Arams is down. Now let's head over to Verak. Again, we're going to hit Ivan's Blast. Use the spade. Search the middle. Now it's always good to keep Verak last or after your prayer has run out because his special ability is he can hit through prayer. So there's no point bringing prayer into Verak. Now you want to keep your health pretty much above 30. Otherwise they can rapidly hit you down with 220s or something like that. So do keep your health a little high. We're going to head over to Torag as our last brother. Search the sarcophagus and attack. Just hit a 21, and that's why you keep your health a little bit high, because they can still hit quite big numbers. Right, now that all but one of the brothers are dead, just Kirill left, where the empty sarcophagus was. We head back there, and we search again. They say, is there a hidden tunnel do you want to enter? Yes. It is now time for the underground part, which is essentially making our way to this center chest, and then killing the last brother and looting the item. A good thing to keep in mind is they can surprise you when you open any of these doors. So do be wary. So the way that you can find the doors to open is they should be a lighter color. You'll notice that the doors that we don't have an open option are much darker. So look for the light color doors. Those are the ones you want to head towards. Also in here, I now equip my melee switch. So I'm going to use my dragon scimitar just to kill some of these smaller creatures inside here. I don't want to waste runes. So we're going to make our way around. We're looking, I think the entrance is over here. Yeah, I can see there's only one door that's usually you're able to enter into the center room, and it's got the lighter color. So I'm going to select the right puzzle. If you've got rune light, just select the one with the green box around it. Nice and easy. Here we are in the center. When we search this chest, Kirill's going to come and try and kick our ass. Now, this is a great example of why I bring a prayer potion. If you have high enough defense and think you can tank him, go ahead and do that. But with Kirill and Darox especially, I just drink the prayer potion. Most of the time, you won't get them as the boss at the end, and you can just use your prayer. But this is the one exception, which is why we bring the prayer potion. So I'm going to go ahead and drink for this. I'm going to pray range. Put my Ivan's staff on. And blast him down. Now, even though he's a ranger, he is actually still quite weak to Ivan's blast. So it's usually better to use Ivan's blast than a melee weapon or dragon sim. Nice. Now that he's down, the one last thing that we need to do before it's loot time is we need to get this potential here that's coming up in the Runelight plugin to around 89% is what you're aiming for. This has no effect on the Barrows loot at the end for actual items. It's all just to do with getting death runes back, essentially, and how high your percentage is to get death runes back. Okay, so it's gone yellow, which means we're good to open up, 88%. You basically want to aim for as close to 89% as you can. It's very complicated, the reasons why, but that's essentially the number you want to go for. And it will help keep your death runes going up instead of going down for every run that you do. All right, let's search the chest. Good luck. And we got nothing. We got some blood runes, got some death runes, so that's all right. So now I'm going to use my Ring of Dueling to head back to the Ferox Enclave. That is a successful run done. Unfortunately, we got a bit unlucky and had to use our prayer potion because the brother was the brother was Kirill. And I always use prayer potions when the final brother is either Darok or Kirill. Every other time I get to save on my prayer potions, so it's only like 1 out of every 10 trips maybe I have to use a prayer potion, and we're good to reset. And that's a complete run of Barrows. Alright boys, and that's everything you need to know about doing a successful Barrows run. Now if you want to know more information about all of the drop rates and how the percentages work, there is a great post by Mod Karen that breaks it all down. And if you're more of a math whiz than me, you can have a look through that and check it all out. But until then, boys, I stream this Ironman most weekdays. We make slow but meaningful progress. Come check us out. These are some of the highlights you'll be missing. Oh, chat, we're getting worse. We're getting worse at this game. Jerome, 25. My pussy is poggers. Also, as I progress on my Ironman on Twitch, I'm going to be making more specific Ironman guides as they come up. So if you're all about that Iron life, drop a sub to see more videos just like this. Until then, thanks for watching, lads, and I will catch you on the next one.